Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. So today I'm going to do a video that's a little bit different. And that's because it's not about mobile fidelity. I'm going to talk about the new John Coltrane Blue Train Tone Poet that just officially got announced. And I also want to talk to you about my Whatnot auction that I did a couple weeks ago on Sunday. And I've actually got another one of those coming up. So I'll talk to you about the auction coming up. And I also want to talk a little bit about the previous auction, let you know how it went. Okay, so let's start with the official announcement of John Coltrane's Blue Train. So it comes out in two different versions. They both come out September 16th. I've got it on the website right now, available for pre-order. Version number one is going to be a standard tone poet in mono. The normal, $38.99 is the current price. They keep trickling up a dollar. So we're at $38.99. It's going to be a tone poet in mono, gatefold. That's it. Option number two is it's called the Complete Masters, but it is disc one, standalone release, John Coltrane in stereo. Disc two is alternate takes, 4 tracks, never been heard before, but it's essentially alternate takes, false starts, that kind of thing. So it's a disc of bonus material. According to the press release, all analog, cut by Kevin Gray from the original master tape. I don't know about the bonus takes. That's normally not something that gets the all analog treatment, but in this case it might. We're pretty confident, like all tone poets, the mono disc and the stereo disc are all analog. That's kind of been confirmed by Joe Harley and Kevin Gray. I'll be curious about the bonus disc. I'll probably try to reach out to them and find out that information. But they're both coming out September 16th. So this is something that's been manufactured a while back, right? So they clearly manufactured it a while back, had it ready to go, sat on it, and boom, now we get the announcement for the 65th anniversary. So yeah, $49.99 for the Complete Masters, the stereo 2 LP edition, and then we got a standard tone poet. So looking at it, we've got alternate takes. Let's see, alternate take, incomplete, alternate take, Blue Train, false start. But yeah, it's normal tone poet fare as far as Stoughton tip-on jacket, pressed and plated at RTI. I think this is going to be huge. The pre-order on this, I'll know more after a couple days go by and I see how the pre-order are coming in. And that'll give me a better gauge on how this is doing in conjunction to a normal tone poet and a normal Blue Note Classic. The biggest Blue Note Classic title, that art tone poet that I've had, period, bar none, was the Art Blakey Monin and Soul Station drop. Those got the biggest numbers. But I think this is going to be huge. And I don't know. Joe is on record as saying that he doesn't want to revisit things that he's already done with Music Matters. This is obviously an exception. But I think this has the potential of being so big that, you never know. Things might change in the future. If this is such a runaway smash hit, we might get other anniversary editions. We might get other mono titles. We might get other big Blue Note titles as part of the Tone Poet series. It's just me speculating and guessing, but I think this is going to be huge. I would be curious too, get that out of the way, I'd be curious too how many of these things there end up being out there. I mean, I have to imagine that there's going to be quite a chunk of these things made. Okay, so big news. Looking forward to it. I think it's probably the biggest news in the Tone Poet series to date. On the website for pre-order. Okay, so the Whatnot auction I did a couple of weeks ago. It was our first time doing it. It was crazy. A lot of people had questions, were confused. I was confused. You guys were confused. There was a lot of confusion. So this seemed like a good topic because I'm actually going to do another Whatnot auction this Sunday. So for you guys who don't know what Whatnot is, and you think I'm just coming up with nonsense words, Whatnot is an app. I talked about it one time on a previous video, to where you can essentially purchase and bid on things via auction in kind of like a live stream. So it's, imagine, a YouTube live stream with the ability to purchase things via auction. So the last Whatnot auction I did, I only had a few items for auction, and I essentially had a bunch of mystery lots. My thinking with the mystery lots is they were going to be purchased live on camera. You had the option of getting more or less a dud, you know, $5, $6 record. And nowadays a $5, $6 record isn't exactly, you know, it's not Pink Floyd or Led Zeppelin. So you had that, or you had the option of getting, you know, you were going to get $300, $400 UHQR. There was one steps, there was MoFi titles. Some guys did really good. One guy purchased two of those things. He got the he got the Jethro Tull UHQR and an Eagles one step. Those were his two $30 mystery boxes. Some folks didn't do so good and they weren't so happy. But I wanted to be able to do all those live on camera, and I thought it'd be fun. So I uploaded 100 of them, and they sold out like right away. And I'm like, well, there goes all the fun I had planned. So let me upload a couple hundred more, and then those sold out all the way right away. So I didn't really have the option of doing it live on camera like I wanted to, and it was just a mess. So when people joined in the live stream, they're like, what the heck's going on here? Because I'm just, you know, pulling out records out of the box randomly with a number, which was attached to what people won. I know it's confusing. You're probably confused, you know, just listening to me describe it, because it was confusing. But the auction was fun. I'm going to do more of that in this. So I've got it coming up this Sunday at 11 o'clock Arizona time. So I think right now that's 2 o'clock Eastern time, 11 o'clock Pacific. I think we're aligned, right? Arizona doesn't observe daylight savings times. So we have our own time zone, Arizona time. But it seemed like there was a lot of people that participated from around the world. I shipped records from around the world. So it seems like international shipping and bidding is not an issue with this app. So I thought this particular whatnot, I was going to do mostly auctions. If I was to do mystery lots, I'm not decided on, you know, I guess I would ask for your guys' feedback on, you know, if you watched the live stream, you know, if I did mystery lots, I would probably do a much smaller amount, maybe sub 50. I wouldn't upload them until the video was live. And I might change it. I might charge a little more, give out, you know, a higher floor on what the records could be, and maybe a higher, you know, big ticket item. I'm not sure, you know, but this auction, I really kind of wanted to just focus on doing auction items and less mystery. Because again, I'm trying to get a grasp for how this platform works. It's really fun. If you guys haven't checked it out, if you're record buyers, you know, some people probably watch this channel, don't buy records, but if you're a record buyer, or collectibles, they do like Magic the Gathering, sports cards, Pokemon, Funko Pop, CDs, cassettes. It's really for anything collectible. I saw a guy doing band t-shirts. Check out the link I have below. If you sign up through that link, you're going to get $10 off your first order. So I didn't have a link on my very first purchase, so I didn't get the $10, but you will get $10 off through that link on your first purchase. So it's fun. It's very, very addicting. I've had a couple of my customers who I turned on to this told me they're going crazy, because right now, you know, the platform's pretty new. So you're finding just kind of a hodgepodge of some record stores are on there selling. Some people are selling off, you know, dad's record collection. Some real hardcore collectors are, you know, I think I went on there a couple days ago, and the guy pretty much had everything from like 3 bands. It was like all the Blink 182 and the Sublime, you know, but I mean, deep in the weeds, but that's what he was auctioning. But it's a pretty cool platform. I think it's kind of the way of the future for buying records. I think maybe it doesn't replace something like Discogs, but it might be more along the lines of what eBay, you know, probably could replace eBay for a large, you know, scale of people, because you have the ability to bid on the item. It's more like a live auction, to where if so-and-so bidder A bids, you get 10 more seconds added to the clock for bidder B to make a choice. If bidder B bids and it goes back to whoever's next, it adds more time to the clock. So it's a true auction, as opposed to eBay, which is essentially a silent, blind bid, times, you know, it's not an auction. An auction gives more time for somebody to make a choice on if they want to continue to bid. So not only that, in conjunction with being able to like show something visually, describe it visually, answer questions live, you know, I think it's a pretty cool format. We'll see. This is kind of like very, very new. This platform didn't exist a couple of years ago. But I'm probably going to do 100 auctions, maybe more. You know, the last live stream, people were just curious about things in the background, and they're like, hey, Mike, what about that? And I grabbed it off the wall and I threw it up there. 10 bucks starting bid, and I auction stuff off. So I might do some more of that depending on how quick this goes. Now that I'm not going to be bogged down with mystery boxes, I might do a separate mystery box auction too. That's all I do. But now that I'm not being bogged down with mystery boxes, it'd be kind of more fun to interact and auction things and pull stuff from the store and auction those things. My kind of idea for doing this way back in the beginning was when I do these live streams where I'm unboxing videos, doing unboxing videos live, showing you guys what's coming into the store. A lot of people are like, hey, I want to buy that. Hey, I want to buy that. And our system, like I've said in the past, is not geared up for that. This is entirely different. It takes 2 seconds for me to add an item into this platform to where you can bid. But yeah, let me show you some of the stuff that I got going out this week. Now, this is just the stuff I pulled today. But, you know, I've got a UK, I mean, this thing's like near mint. Parlophone, Sgt. Pepper. A lot of Japanese stuff. This is a really clean Tattoo You, first pressing in the shrink with the hype sticker. Some Japanese stuff, Easy Rider soundtrack. Let's see, there's a lot of them. Piper at the Gates of Dawn, almost forgot that. Piper at the Gates of Dawn. This is the second pressing single box team. I want to say this is maybe a 1969, 1970 press, UK. There's a lot of audiophile records I put in here from Mobile Fidelity. There's going to be One Steps, old out of print Mobile Fidelity, old out of print Analog Productions titles. But Cyndi Lauper MoFi, Carole King MoFi, Weezer Blue, Grateful Dead. These are all sealed. Here is a Miles Davis plus 19. This is a Columbia 6i. I put photographs. If you, again, click the link below, you'll go right to the auction. I put photographs and more details on this stuff. Some of the people were asking about some of these Japanese Riverside pressings. This was from one of those live streams I did a couple weeks ago. So I threw a few of those on there. This is new by Kenny Drew. This is a Japanese, no obi, but Japanese Riverside title. Let's see. And all this stuff is going to go, you know, just like the last one. I'll start them off at 10 bucks and we'll go from there. Let's see. Blue Vinyl, Out of Our Heads, Japanese pressing. VG Plus copy of The Mothers. That wasn't from that unboxing. That was just something I happen to have lying around. I'm in the back room digging things around, you know, digging out things. Here is a Liberty pressing of Eric Dolphy's Out to Lunch. Pretty much a near mint record. Some light paper scuffing. Pretty clean copy of REM's Life's Rich Pageant in shrink with the hype sticker. Here is a French pressing of the self-titled Stooges album from, I think, 72. Really clean copy of the Beatles' second album, early 70s, Red Label Capitol. You know, and this is kind of a hodgepodge of stuff. So the last auction I did was mostly rock records. I threw some jazz stuff in here. Really nice copy of Miles Davis in a Silent Way, original Columbia 2i. I mean, this thing is, I forget what I graded it at, but it's not near mint. It's close to near mint. Also from that collection, Bill Evans, Moonbeams, Japanese Riverside with the obi, although there's a break on the bottom of the obi. Let's see, Black Sabbath, Paranoid on NEMS. More Mobile Fidelity stuff. Elvis Costello, The Cars, self-titled. Sisters of Mercy, Floodland. Let's see, this is from the last auction, but the guy, payment didn't go through, excuse me. Yeah, so the way this works is on Whatnot, the minute you win the auction, it goes and charges your card immediately, generates a shipping tag, the whole 9 yards. So it's pretty quick. I mean, the minute you win the auction, it's en route to you, essentially. You know, the system does the rest. But there was a couple times where there was issues with credit cards and it pops up on the screen, you know, that there was a payment issue. And this is a result of that. John Coltrane. Olay. And again, I'm going to dig out a lot more stuff throughout the week to throw on there. Let's see, an okay copy of The Kings. Arthur in the Decline and Fall of the British Empire. This is original UK pressing on Pi. Stereo. Here's a sealed Beatles 1962, 1966 greatest hits, but this is on red vinyl. One of the cool things about this, it's from Tower Records originally, and there's at least 3 Tower Records price tags on there. So they had a difficult time selling it because they kept reducing it in price. Mobile Fidelity Blonde on Blonde. There's another stack of stuff I forgot at the store that I was going to show you guys, but I threw some analog production stuff on there. Little Girl Blue, Nina Simone, Miles Davis Impex title. And there's going to be, again, at least a minimum of 100 items, and then I'll dig some stuff out around the store. So yeah, for record buying, this is a pretty fun format. Let me know in the comments what you think, because on the video, there was maybe 500 people watching at one point. I had no, I mean, it was crazy. It was mania. The comments were coming in so fast and so crazy. I had not a clue. Couldn't read half of the comments. So let me know your guys' experience in the comments below this video, because these comments I have time to read. So it was crazy. And, give me ideas. Like, what did you like about the stream? What would you like to see different? We sell on the website. We have tons of records in the store. I got collections coming in all the time. So this is kind of cool. It gives people from around the world kind of an opportunity to buy used records and not just new records. So that's the reason. And I kind of feel it's the way of the future for live sales anyways. I think it's going to be real strong. So I wanted to get in early and give it a try. And it was fun the first time. I'm hoping to make corrections to make it a lot more fun this time. But yeah, that's enough of me going on and on about that. Leave the comments below, guys. Until next time.